we have coped with and worked with engagement during the times that we've all been going through in terms of the corona pandemic. So we were hit, like the rest of you, in March by a lockdown. We are very fortunate because we're a software company. We can easily work from home, and many of our customers use us remote. So this is kind of easy for us compared to many other companies. But we do most of our planning on working together, kind of physically together, planning, organizing, communicating a lot is in the office still, even though we are on 4 locations. So the first thing we did was we started having town halls 2 times a week to bring everybody together. And we started having dailies every day. I set up the CXO team, so we had a morning meeting, and we actually still have that at 8:15 every single morning. The CXO team comes together and discuss the day. And that has been kind of the short-term thing we have done in terms of organization to get much more meetings in there. We have increased, I calculated, between 200% and 500% more meetings, depending on kind of the measure on this. Even though we are kind of more or less in and out of the office, we're still having all the meetings we normally do. Another thing we did to cope with the corona pandemic organization was working with our OKRs. We work with Google's approach to organizing our objectives and key results. And normally we have a town hall each Monday morning where everybody points at their great results for the week, but that was not possible. So now we had to delegate all OKRs and get a reporting going online at each town hall 2 times a week. So we did that. Then something else happened, which was amazing for us. For some of you, you might know this. Hopefully, we were acquired by Kahoot. It's actually only a month and 24 days since we formally went in to be part of Kahoot. And that has been so amazing for us because Kahoot is kind of a global unicorn rocket ship, which has a mission of making learning awesome. And a big part of learning is also culture and engagement. So they're looking for some strengthening of their work products, offerings, and we fit it right in. So now we are getting the opportunities to have many more resources to develop, many more strong colleagues across the globe to work with us and help us be good. And of course, a market reach that is astronomically bigger than we've had already. So hopefully all of you will come together with us on the journey for kind of the future to making learning and engagement and company culture development even more awesome. But the thing I wanted to tell you about this Kahoot in terms of remote work is that Kahoot actually bought us. We went through a whole process and acquisition, a due diligence process, very, very, very many hundreds of hours of negotiation, and we have never met. I feel like these people that we are, our colleagues in Kahoot, in Norway and across the world, are very close to us, but we have actually never met. Imagine this, we did a tech acquisition, a big acquisition, Kahoot did that. In these times, totally online, we have never met each other, and we are close colleagues. And I think that's mind-blowing from a tech sales point of view. But it just goes to show you that anything is possible if you can get to the point where you actually trust each other so much that you can buy a whole company. They bought 55 people in 4 locations purely online. That's amazing. So that is another big thing. And of course, now we're working with engagement with Kahoot, having a lot of meetings, and we're learning to use their platform as well as we're integrating it into the Actimo product. And that is, of course, also something that you will get demonstrated a bit later. I know James is coming in. I heard from the presentation, telling you a bit and showing you how Kahoot works. It's really cool. So look forward to that. Final thing we did, of course, we have seen in this remote work situation is that our employee app, usage of that went up and up and up, and is still up. We, of course, we saw it internally. We had an increase between 300 and 500% from our own use of Actimo Go, which is basically natural. When people need to come together more, they use the app to talk. And we saw it across all you, our great customers, working with the app, that the activation is just so much higher. So people go to the digital tools they have available, and one of them is, of course, the digital workplace that is your employee app. Okay, so that was a bit of up close and personal and what we have done with engagement during these pandemic times. Let's move on. For us, as I started up saying, it's easy for us to be, let me shift just a minute. There we go. For us, it's kind of easier than most to be remote because we are a software company. We are used to working online. For many of you guys, your employees, bigger companies that have primarily non-desk workforces, this is not a new thing, but it's just a bigger challenge that it normally is. What we talk about when we say non-desk industries or non-desk employees, those are the 3 billion people working around the globe, which is more than half. It's actually 2/3 of the workforce. Sometimes we tend to think that us white collar workers, we are kind of the predominant part of the workforce, but we are actually not. The non-desk workers working in retail, facility management, transportation, public services, logistics, construction, hotel, restaurants, and more. All of these frontline workers are actually 2/3 of the global workforce. And for many of them, they have never been connected to a digital workspace. They now have smartphones, most of them, so that's a major opportunity, right? There's very little HQ contact or lower co-worker contact to be social than the rest of us because they're dispersed. They have little access to training because they don't have any digital tools. And there's, of course, a high turnover of employees changing jobs and moving in and out and so forth. So for the non-desk workforce, the remote challenge is double, okay? So let's move on to, sorry, just have to realize I have this, I have the pen. Okay, but that's not it. So we have a remote situation with the pandemic going on. We have the non-deskers that are already partly disconnected. And then we have a lot of market changes going on as well that are also infecting engagement and the terms for engagement. Let me put some words on a few of them. In terms of market, competition is more fierce than ever. You have to be digital. You have to optimize your transaction costs. You have to have a high speed in everything you do. All of you guys know this already. Customer behavior is shifting. If you work in retail, you know this for sure, right? You get customers in that know kind of half what they need to know already before they even ask people about it. We have employees that are different than they have been before. We have a very big distribution of different kind of employees, going from millennials or all the new people coming into the workforce that are expecting a high degree of involvement, having a voice, being a kind of an important part, having a why, and working with the company on their terms. So the millennial effect is normally what you would categorize this as. Then you have diversity. We are becoming more global every single minute. We have 16 different nationalities in Actimo, and we are 55 people, right? Just goes to tell you that diversity is all over, all around, and you have to be inclusive in everything you do. Technology is changing, digitalization, we already talked about the digital platforms, and not even that is enough because we already have some ideas of what we can do with digital platforms, but employees are expecting consumer-grade tools, which means that if experience on tools is not all the way up there, they're just not going to use your tools. So these are the big things kind of adding in to the challenges around employee engagement. So the question is, how do we drive happiness and productivity, the yin and the yang of kind of the workforce, right? How do we drive happiness and productivity when we both have a lot of change and we have a lot of remote work? We believe, Simon Sinek writes, we believe, right? This is our belief. We believe that everything starts with engagement, okay? So that's basically the point. And I think if I leave you nothing else, except that we've been bought by our good colleagues in Kahoot, I want you to remember that everything starts with engagement. So what is engagement? There's a lot of definitions. If you Google it, don't do it now, but after this very interesting webinar. Gallup defines it as those who are involved in enthusiastic about and committed to their work and workplace, okay? That is what engagement is about. So why is this important? Because you need it to whatever you do, you need to be engaged to listen. You need to be engaged, you need to be involved, enthusiastic, and committed if you want to learn, listen, share. You need to be involved, enthusiastic, and committed if you want to kind of excel at what you're doing, to be satisfied and be motivated. You need to be involved, enthusiastic, and committed to have productivity. And therefore, engagement is the key to everything. It's the key to communication, to learning, to satisfaction. And we just saw just a minute ago that there's some new terms for ensuring engagement, right? You have to be inclusive. You have to have an awesome employee experience. You have to listen. You have to be available. You have to be accessible. You have to be snackable. You have to be measurable. You have to be everything that creates a strong pathway for creating engagement. So yeah, engagement. So why is this happiness important, right? Don't take my word for it. We one of the sources we look at is Gallup, and they do every year kind of a big survey of productivity and engagement in the market, and these are the numbers from 2020. And what this shows is the specific thing it shows is that the top quartile, which means the best 25% of companies in terms of engagement, okay? So the companies that are in the top, that are best at engaging employees, they have a 14% higher productivity in average, a 23% higher profitability than average. Their employees have a 66% higher definition of well-being. They have much lower absenteeism. They have much lower turnover and a lot less safety incidents, right? And why is this? Well, of course, people are engaged. They're enthusiastic. They're interested. They're learning. They're working. Of course they are, right? So basically this slide, it says that you will win if you engage your employees. It also says, if you don't engage your employees, you will lose. That's as simple as it is, right? So you need to win, and to win, you need to engage. So what's the big deal? Isn't people really engaged already? Not according to Gallup. Again, this is not from 2020, this is from 2017. But this shows, this is a big measurement of engagement. And this is not an exact science, of course, but Gallup tries to make it as close as exact science as possible. And what it shows is that 15% would be categorized as actively engaged, covering kind of the definitions we had earlier, right? 67% are actually not engaged, which means that they are neither or. They are just there, working, not really engaged, not really learning, but not learning, but they're just there, right? And 18% are actually actively disengaged, which means they are negative. They are not constructive. They are undermining the rest of the company's work. So there's a lot room for improvement here, right? And you can say that this is numbers from 2017. And I think we can all agree that more remote work makes it even harder, right? So I would probably expect, without knowing, I would expect if you did this measurement today, you would have like the red being a bit more to the right and the yellow a bit more to the right and a bit lesser green, except for the companies who have been awesome at engaging. So how can we engage our remote teams, you might ask? Well, that's a good question. There is not one answer to that. There is a multitude of things you can do for engaging people. Of course, our contribution in this, how we can help increase engagement, our focus is on digital workplaces, workspaces that enable a great employee app experience, which is playful, inclusive, and makes it really interesting for people to dig into and learn and help themselves. Our mission is to be a co-pilot for the non-desk workers and for the managers, making it easy for employees to get the help they need, to be inspired by the things they want to learn, and to have a social dialogue, connecting to other employees, connecting to managers, learning the things they need and getting the support they need. That's, of course, our contribution as a platform. That's our focus. But even just as important is, of course, the content you put in there. We have a lot of awesome partners. Some of them you will talk to, hear from during the next today, this morning, and tomorrow morning. We have a lot of partners helping us with content, and I know many of you internally in your organizations are doing a great job on content. And I know we're going to see some extraordinary cool examples of great content and great methodologies, methods for how to develop great content. And of course, the rest of this, it is leadership. It goes into the content. It goes into kind of everything you do. But there is kind of a wheel of productivity here, right? if you use energy and time on ensuring good engagement, then people will be susceptible to have a better learning curve. They will grow up as people, the company will grow. It will also grow the culture. The culture will make it nicer to be part of the company. It will make you more engaged. More engagement will increase your learning, increase your culture and engagement. So this is a win-win-win, win-win-win. And it's about, it doesn't matter where you start in the wheel. You just have to get on it and get it going right. You have to make it awesome. No matter how, you need to make the employee experience awesome. You need to make it engaging. There's 1,000 ways to make engagement awesome, and make your experience as an employee awesome. And today, we're going to show you a number of different examples of how our different customers are doing an extraordinary job engaging their employees with great content, great learning setups, and great leadership. And I'm really looking forward to getting all these experiences together and see and hope you will get some great inspiration for what you can do to drive engagement and make employees happy and productive. Thank you very much.